Isn't your void like 3?
My void's only 2.
No.
My lowest is 1, so that's 3. And the rings I use are 3.
Granted, you guys still have all. I mean, you guys have all this knowledge. I mean, there's other things you guys can do with this later.
For sure.
I mean, if you want to sidetrack from the whole next adventure and march right to the capital and
bust up the Illuminati.
I mean, it makes it a little harder for me to write a new adventure, but yeah.
I don't want to do that because you said we have this next adventure, and then the one after that is
Shadowlands.
Oni.
Yes, probably 2 weeks from now we'll be in the Shadowlands.
Yeah, so that's where I need to go because I gotta avenge Gita Pep Pep. I gotta bust up an Oni. I'm gonna get real daredevil-y and real risky in them Shadowlands if I see Oni. Oni pop out, dude, I'm in. I'm going.
And then I'm gonna raise up my. That's 2 times 3, so that's 6. So it's 2.
So we can stay streaming while you guys spend your experience and stuff, but essentially there is going to be someone visiting the castle, a representative from a imperial noble of the Otomo clan, which is another powerful imperial family, and they are visiting to request Emerald Magistrate assistance for basically their his son has vanished. The son of this high-ranking noble has vanished, and in Slow Tide Harbor. Slow Tide Harbor is where you guys are going to head next should you accept this adventure, and that is a place that you could know or quickly research here as being generally a place that nobody ever wants to go. the dirty slum, the place where lots of illicit activities happen, and that's where the next adventure will take you guys.
How do we go up ranks again? Besides learning everything there, wasn't there a thing where if you spend too much experience,
you get stuff that you don't spend in that rank. You get half of that experience. If you look at the bottom of the list, there it says XP spent out of curriculum.
You got to spend 20.
Oh, I don't have that paper.
But if you buy something that's out of that top rank, then it only counts towards half of the XP spent.
You can look at mine, like there at the bottom, like.
So you have to spend 20 to go to rank 2. But if you buy something that's not in rank 1, it only counts for half.
Yeah.
So you can spend 10 experience on something.
I've spent, because of my rings, I've spent 12 out of curriculum, but I still get 6 of that to count towards my curriculum.
Alright.
Yes.
Shit.
Wait, what?
You get...
Man, I wish we would have had this paper because I could have been keeping track of
for your rings.
That. Do you have another one of these?
You get half.
I got plenty.
I have one. Please and thank you.
I thought I gave those out.
I think I didn't take one because you printed the thing out for me.
No.
Well, I didn't know there was more written on this paper than...
I think that was the day I wasn't there.
Maybe.
Dude, at this point, I might be rank 2.
Yeah, I just spent 12 points to get my Void to 4, so...
The Void rings only count as half, though.
Yeah, but still 6 points.
Yeah.
I learned everything. I've learned everything in my rank 1 except 2 things. So,
right.
And then I've spent 28 experience.
Right.
So most of that was towards ranking up.
I also have these. Derek, I think, has one, but if you guys want, I also have the technique reference sheets where you write down all your techniques, so you can.
That's the back side
of this.
Oh, is it?
Nice.
Oh, only some of them were. Some of them got printed separately. So that's why.
I got some recording to do.
So that played out fairly well. You guys weren't 100% convinced, and that's what I wanted. I was trying to keep you guys a little bit in the dark. At least one of you figured out exactly. Derek, you nailed it exactly. Bram nailed it too. The good of the Empire and the intrigue of the political type setting that this is. So that was a. I mean, I almost feel like both of these adventures were more of like learning adventures, just so you guys understand the setting.
Right.
So is this for? I'm sorry, for the school ranks. Then is this any? Because it just says rank 1 kata, but then it's got these 2 underneath it that are those. So is that any other one?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta buy those 2 and another rank 1.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
And to rank up skills, it's the one you're going to times 2.
2, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a lot of fucking math. I hate
And you
math.
can
Oh,
take half
man.
of the
Rough
rings.
math, like 3 times 2 or 2
right?
times 1.
No, it's just that I had to do it.
You can take half of the
So-
rings cost.
How do you buy techniques?
For to
It's
go
in the-
to XP.
They
not
usually
a
cost
curriculum,
3
yes,
unless they
it's
say
9,
something different.
Oh, is it in there? Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they almost all
I don't know
cost
if it's
3,
rounded
though.
for you or against you. Probably against you.
For what?
XP spent out of curriculum. If you spent 9, does it count as an 8 or a 10? I'm guessing an 8. More than likely.
Look, it's in the character, like page 58
I'm guessing
or something
against
like that.
you. More than likely.
I
Because the next time you spend 1 more, then it becomes 10.
Yeah.
So then you would
But I
get.
didn't know if that crossed over at that point.
Right.
I will tell you, because that's actually the one thing I know where it's at in the book. Page 97.
I think once I buy all the things to go to the next level, I'll be at enough to go to the next level. That's cool. Because you have to buy all of them and be at that, right?
Well, like once you get out of rank 2, you now have to spend 24 experience worth of to
Yeah,
get to.
to get to rank 2,
Where is it?
20 for rank 1, and then
What's that?
once you, 24 to get rank 2, 32 for rank 3, 44 for 4,
The
60
skills,
for
those
5.
are 3 unless it specifically says
Oh,
otherwise.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rounded up.
Nice.
How about that?
So,
That is a first.
question.
Yeah. Half the value of this XP rounded up.
So once you fill it all out, you have to spend 20 additional points to go to rank 2, or you just had to spend.
No,
Well, basically, when you get to rank 2, you're now starting at 0 again.
Now you have to spend
get
24 to get to the next
to
rank.
rank 3, and then you're starting off at 0 again.
And then you gotta spend 36, then
Okay, but-
44, then 60.
It's within that you have to have spend so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not
you
additional,
can
it's
buy
20 on top
anything
of
you want
everything.
to, but only
Oh no,
this
not
stuff
like
counts.
you don't need now 44 to get to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
was-
have rank
Well, no,
1 to rank
you need
2.
20 plus 24. But
To technically.
technically it's 20 plus, now you need 24 more. But it's
So-
easier to reset to 0 and just spend another 24. It's the same thing. It's just easier to,
Okay.
less math if you just say you start over again.
I was just wondering if you had to get 20 on top of buying skills, but it's 20 on skills with it.
Yeah, the skills give you the experience equal
and,
20.
and you can buy anything you want. It's just
Alright.
only this stuff matters for going up in rank.
Well, if you
And
you
use
get
the full
you get the
XP
full,
value.
yeah, you get the full XP value if you buy that. If you don't buy that, then you get half.
I mean, you can ignore all that and say, I'm not going to buy anything in my skill ranks until I have all my rings at 5 and just buy ring advancements.
Then you can
know.
go up.
I mean, if you want to, but I mean,
So you said that the
Bought 2 of
skills
that
we
rank.
get from becoming magistrates, Derek asked if it counts for this, and you said yeah.
I said yeah, but then I
But
realized
no?
it wasn't experience.
So you would just get
So-
a slash on it.
It counts towards it, but doesn't count towards experience spent.
Oh, that's pointless.
Right. Because you're not using experience.
Yeah, so I'd rather not have that be counted
Well, I mean,
unless I get experience for it, because then I'm just getting pointless experience because I can upgrade a skill.
that's the only mention. I don't see any mention in the rule book of gaining ranks and skills for free.
Right.
And that's just in the adventure, so maybe it should count as experience.
What's your beef with it? What's wrong?
No, he said, Derek, or we got that skill up.
Yeah.
Up. So Derek said if we up one of the skills things here that it wants us to rank up, does upping the skill for
and
free
he
count
said-
towards that?
Yeah, and then
No.
he
Yeah.
figured out that it was no. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because that's just me
Yeah.
giving you
You
extra.
don't have to go up in all of these to get.
I know. I just if I
No.
have that, I just wanted to because it gives you more
That's
experience
why
and
it's
get there
better
easy.
to honestly
Oh, yeah.
up your highest skills because it saves you XP in the long
XP's
run.
what do it. Yeah, that's what I do too.
That is something that comes from your training, not from. Otherwise, I just would.
Because
Otherwise, I would just say give you extra experience for.
Yeah.
Because like hypothetically,
becoming.
by the time I get down here for Skullduggery in rank 5, I'm already gonna have a 5 in that skill. So when it's like that, you can just up any other skill in that thing
In that
and get that
category,
bonus.
yeah.
I kept 2 of them
But
at
yeah.
least to 0 points that I had to spend.
So yeah,
Which is awesome.
complete all 3 stages of training, 1 XP. Uncover Satsume's blasphemous beliefs, 1 XP. Determining poison was used in his murder, 1 XP. Defeating the assassin, 2 XP. And 2 more for presenting another determination but acting with honor should she disregard your findings.
Which is what we did.
It still would have been 2 to prevent what she desired, but because you didn't just come out and say, oh, he was assassinated, and then
Yeah.
she would have said, are you sure? Are you sure with you?
Are
You
you
agree?
really
You really
sure?
sure? And you'd have been like, yes, positive. It was an assassination.
All right.
Then she would have been upset, and that
Yeah.
would have changed the outcome. But she still would have said natural causes, and you wouldn't have got that XP.
Another question.
So,
Like, did you not learn anything in law class?
right. It's like, nope, it wasn't assassination. Here's the proof right here. It's obvious. She's like, I don't see it. No, it's right here.
Just
She would have
Double
said,
confirm.
"Are you certain of your findings? I see much here, but I feel strongly you should reconsider."
to rank up, it's every skill and 20 or just 20.
You have to have spent 20 total XP.
That's it.
On your skills.
On whatever you want to spend it
Okay,
on.
and then once 20's done.
But if it's out of curriculum, it
half.
only counts as half.
Okay. Now let's say I'm currently at 21 experience spent.
You are now rank 2.
But is it only 20 spent and then 1 spent towards the next rank, or is that 21?
Yes.
That 1's gone.
If that 1 is only like, does that take you? Was it 2 XP to get you to the next level in whatever it was, or was it 1? Because you would
I don't know.
stop on that 1. If you have 1 that you only spent 1 in, don't
I
spend it on that.
Don't have any. I spent
So-
1 in.
Okay, well then
So
I
then
would
I
say
spent
that you
21.
have to spend 21.
All right. I was just making sure. So what does rank 2 get me?
Well, some of your things.
Not necessarily anything except for a technique that
Some techniques say
add your
add
school rank.
Alright, dope.
Yeah.
And it,
Rank 2, baby!
and
Crab!
and it makes you towards rank 6 when you complete
Yeah,
all that.
master
You get
rank.
that awesome ability at the end where you're like,
Dope.
20 or whatever.
I'm like trying to weigh if I actually need to go up my school rank.
Well,
You don't.
Okay.
But hey, Cody, you do want to, because if you look at your last skill,
That
rank
shuriken,
6.
that shuriken has seen many
Drywall.
pieces of drywall.
And
As you
human
look at the
legs.
edges.
Hey, let me see it real fast.
Even, yeah, I used to do that all the time.
I don't know. I was
I
just
used to-
jokingly throw it. You know, let me see.
I had a 2-car garage, and I had just a piece of like cardboard set up on the other side. I drew like a bullseye on it. It was just swinging it.
Yeah, I've got a dresser that
I'm
I
actually
used to
pretty
just
darn
throw
good.
knives into, so it's just covered in knife holes.
I'm actually pretty accurate with that thing. I would love to take it to the axe throwing range.
All right, hang on. Hold that. Take this. Give this back to him.
You should have thrown it into him. He's that good.
Here.
He caught it.
You said you're good with it.
I mean, are you sure?
He's not sure, but he's not saying no.
And hey,
I
sure
bet you I
can,
could
dude.
get it in the vicinity. If you picked a
To,
game that I wanted to throw this into, I bet you I could get close to it.
To go up in a skill that you've got nothing in, to go to +1, how much is
So the rank you're going to times
So-
That's 2. So that's
So 2 times 1.
Gotcha.
That's why they were saying you get your free one in whatever is most expensive
Yeah.
to buy.
Also, learning the abilities that are on this for your rank gives you full experience. Now that I'm in rank 2, if I learn a rank 1 thing, does that still give me the full experience?
Yeah,
or
because it's incorrect. Well, no.
because I'm not in rank 1 anymore.
So is it?
That's what I'm asking,
Oh,
just to
that's a
make
good
sure.
question.
Yeah.
Well, like some of mine specifically for rank 2 says rank 1 to 2 water invocations.
Yeah. Well, no, like now that I'm in 2, I don't need like learning a 1 martial skill or these 2 rank 1 katas.
Right.
Any XP,
I technically don't need to learn it.
Any XP spent on advances that appear in your current rank's
Okay,
curriculum.
there we go.
Okay.
So if I learn a
So
previous one,
if you learn a 1, it contributes half.
yeah. So then there's no reason to learn honest assessment. Unless
Other
I
than
just want
that
it.
you
Yeah.
want it because
Yeah.
it's cool or whatever.
I don't know what it is. I just
Maybe you like that. Maybe it
Also
sounds
have
cool.
honest assessment.
I wish they would have abbreviated assessment so it would say honest asses.
Honest assessment does give you things weakness,
Oh,
so
I don't. Hey, you know what its weakness is? Sword.
And I'm gonna just allow
If
you
it's not,
guys
though.
to, when you advance up in rank, that we just call it good. there is a thing in here where you have to return to your dojo to be tested by your daimyo to properly
My
advance.
Daimyo can
right?
return to me.
But no, that just means we're gonna stop playing the game for weeks while you all travel back to your homelands and then meet up again.
Like you said, there's always one somewhere. So you just check in.
Check in and be like, hey, here's my look at all these signatures I got. I passed.
Hey, good news is now I can Lord Hita's grip way better because I have 3 in Void.
Nice.
I need
Oh, yeah,
2
shit.
adventures to get the
So
level
yeah,
2.
unless your technique specifically
I could
says
get rank
add your
2, but
school
I
rank to
think
this,
I-
then it doesn't
could
necessarily do
also-
anything. But there's a few things. Like
Right
Bob
now,
had
I'm
something
holding
that
on
said
my
as many targets as a school
Yeah.
rank or whatever.
Yeah,
Now-
so that's what I'm gonna do next too is take my void out.
Void points is
I mean, you
half
haven't really
of Void.
used any techniques,
So I
so I
can
don't know
get
what you
to
have really.
fight
Yeah.
my
Lord
void
Hita's
up
grip
to 5.
and
I
Earth
could then
Stance
take my
thing.
water.
Striking as Earth,
I can
which
take everything
gives me
to
more
5 then
defense.
at that
Oh, okay.
point.
We haven't fought as much.
Well,
Earth defense
I
once,
have
and
the
I
potential
We
that
haven't
I
fought
could
as
take
much
them to
because
5 because
I
my
like combat
minimum
better when
plus
it's
void
just
would
against
equal
monsters
5, so
and-
then I could
Yeah.
take
This
the
was
ones that
the
I want to
intrigue
5
adventure,
to
so.
5.
There'll be plenty of combat to come eventually,
To
but
get most of these abilities, it's like
3.
3.
It's
right?
3 unless it says otherwise.
I was telling Derek earlier, I feel like the game designers know the combat is clunky because it's in the adventure, like, you know, if the PCs are enjoying combat, then go ahead and have a fight here. But it shouldn't last longer than 3 rounds. It's like, depending on your group, if the PCs like combat, go ahead and have an encounter here.
Otherwise, narrate it.
Otherwise, just narrate. I figure the game's designers know that the combat system is clunky, and it's. Like,
I mean, also the game you said is very narrative based. So like,
Right.
if people are just
Narrative,
all
yeah.
narrative,
If you
Yeah.
wanted
they
if you
might
wanted
not
a
want to
dice-
do the.
If you wanted a dice adding system, this is not the game for you.
right.
Your maximum void points is half of your void.
Yes, round it up.
Round it up.
All right, so then I'm at 2. My max void's
Nope,
at 2.
You're
Oh, that's
Oh, we gotta change that on screen.
Yeah, I
Anybody
have-
else?
Mine went up.
I don't know. Hang on.
Annoyingly, I want to increase my air stance, but I don't ever use it.
You only go up with
Well,
odds,
that's
pretty
that's
much,
why
right?
that
Yeah,
system's in
odds.
place. Is
You go with odds.
you have to increase
So
everything.
yours
Even,
went up?
You
Yeah.
can't just shoot your favorite thing up to 5.
Yeah.
I can't.
What's funny is I was increasing void, and it's whatever.
What's
So
your lowest?
yeah, so now I can just keep going.
there now has 2.
So even if you have a 4 in void and 2 1s, you're still.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you need, I guess.
Just one.
Yeah, I had 2
Five.
void, 1 air, so that's 3. So 3 could be the lowest I could raise, or highest I could raise something to. So I just raised void to 3. Now the highest I can go to is 4 because it's 3 and 1. So I just
Right.
up my void enough so that I can
That kind of does get you around it.
a little bit.
A little bit,
A little
because I
bit.
mean, technically,
But
only
you
have
can't
a-
raise your void. Yeah, I mean, you can always raise your void plus your void equal to the lowest.
Yeah,
so.
it's 3 plus 1, so 4. I could raise void to 4. Now my lowest I can go to is 5.
Right.
Right, which is max.
Yeah.
So I mean,
just need to upgrade void to 4, and then I
that,
can
that
get to
kind of
max.
breaks the system.
Yeah.
Good job.
Or you could spend less
So,
to up
lucky.
your.
Yeah, but no,
Void
but
is
I
the thing
actually
I like
needed to
the
increase
most,
void
so-
for one of my skills.
I'm
Right.
fine.
So I was
Right.
upping void for one of my skills because I needed it.
And you, like you said, you're never going to use air.
Yeah.
So
I might up air at some point because it does some cool shit. Like,
I'm at the point where I can raise any of mine to 5
Yeah.
now because my minimum plus my void is now.
well,
Same.
when you're in air stance,
not
the
yet.
target number of attacks are plus
My
1.
next XP will
To hit
be
you.
for void, which will
And I
then
feel like
allow me
you're not
to-
using that.
What's that?
No, because no one ever really does air, but air makes the target number for attacks against you plus 1, and if you're at 4, it's plus 2.
Yeah.
So it makes it harder for people to hit you.
it's
or they can't do as
but
much.
I just.
But
I
yeah,
think
it's a
that
defensive
specializes-
stance.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm either water or air, so it's awesome for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
all
earth or water. Or void if I
How
use
does
void, he doesn't grip.
resistance work? Physical resistance?
Your armor has resistance, and when you take
negates
it
hearts.
negates hearts that you take. So if your resistance is 2
you
and
can
you
only
take
raise
2
your-
damage, you don't take any.
You can only raise any of these to your void
Just
plus
like,
your lowest.
you know,
So.
But that doesn't count
Armor
for
and
yeah,
some
when
other
you made
games.
your character.
yeah.
Okay.
So right now you are max. You can max out.
Yeah, your
everything.
lowest,
we
your
will
highest you have is
start.
5.
We will start next week with you guys talking to this person, and then if you want to use the library
Guys,
too.
imagine if we go on the Shadowland and like I die out there. Next year's Topaz champion has no armor or sword.
We can take your armor off without
God.
touching your
Someone will
body.
make a new one.
But what if we?
What if we all die?
I'll
What if we all die?
I'll burn your body out of the armor.
Well, no, just is it just touching the dead flesh that?
No,
makes
you can't just like grab my pants and then work.
Well, no,
out.
like unhook the thing and just like pop it all out. I didn't touch him. I'm gonna go read the law books and find loopholes. Okay.
Go ahead. Good luck.
That's funny. We just have to leave it there.
No, that's. But then you're stealing from a corpse.
No, we're returning property that doesn't belong to you back to the people in charge of the Topaz
See,
tournament.
That sounds like a stretch.
Now you guys understand the setting. Manipulate your words.
Yeah. Stealing from the dead. Yeah, you're borrowing the armor, dude.
Like, no, it's not even his. You're not
Yeah.
stealing. You're returning it to
He
his
should
wife
be
owner.
dishonored for dying in it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're the one that didn't return it, you dead ass Topaz.
Ooh, that's fun. Soaring slice, I can totally throw fucking swords at people.
That's great.
That's
so yes, as you guys get
Listen
more
to
fun
each
abilities,
throw
we
a
will make sure
dagger.
combat happens more. And combat is just, I'm still weirded out by it. It's still an awful lot of effort, and it's either over instantly or
Even though I'll have enough,
it
like,
drags on and
time.
nothing happens. So
It doesn't also like
I wanna-
if you hit them with it, they like get
Spending my
stuck
ring
or
will
something.
put me to rank
Yeah.
2, but I still am going to buy
It
rank 1
says you deal
stuff.
physical damage to
I
the
want that
target
mask
equal
to win to
to
make me look like
weapons-based
someone
damage
else.
plus your bonus successes, blah blah blah. All of that's cool, but you also get new opportunities.
Well, my invocations are.
So yeah, we will start out next week with you guys finishing this conversation with the missing noble's son that he would like you to find, as well as any research you want to do on Slowtide Harbor and the Tortoise clan that runs the city. And the fact that it is kind of a shady place where all illicit goods kind
I'm
of
gonna say, aren't the tourists
in.
really shady? They're like
So should we shut it down?
smugglers, right?
basically, yeah. And most Tortoise kind of do
Well, what
things
if-
that most
what
other
if this
samurai
black
would
market
do.
helps
Better
the-
for Empire,
Yeah.
you're right.
Could be better for the Empire, who knows?
For the greater good.
So you, it's one of those like, maybe you gain a little glory because you did it for the honor, but you lose honor because you're like, that's still pretty fucked up what you're doing.
I have 800.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if you guys should lose honor for, you know.
Well, we didn't really cover.
But you didn't really cover it up, yeah. I mean, it's
we
true.
did
We didn't. We did not know. So
Right.
we
And
made
again,
the assumption
that's
that
what
would
you were
benefit
supposed to.
the Empire.
It was
However-
weird. I mean, it was really weird for me when I first read the adventure like a while ago. I'm like, really? Like they did
Yeah.
all this for
Well-
you know? And I'm like, I had to
However,
like really
I now
research to
have-
understand it too.
For just your background information, I have super high status now when I probably shouldn't.
That's
I know. What's yours now?
That's
Like
awesome.
63?
60.
60? Yeah.
It's 60.
My status is only 40.
Mine's 40.
You just got 10 added to it. Did you forget to plus 10 it?
No, he's
That's true.
got extra status from
Okay.
winning the thing.
I know, but everyone just got plus 10.
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
from 30 to 40.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
30.
mine's at 50.
Oh, you only had 30?
Status?
Oh.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Hey, question. What?
He's got extra status till next year. Then he's
Yeah.
gonna lose like 7 of
Then
it.
I go back to 50, which is
Yeah.
like what Melissa has.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, treason
Kind
is
of crazy
bad.
because it's like it doesn't mean you didn't win once though.
Yeah.
So like.
That's
Well, no, I
that's
think-
why he doesn't lose it all.
I just
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
like
just-
lose like
it's-
5 or.
It's
6
just
of it.
like the he's the current champion, so everyone knows him. But next year there'll be a new champion. Like, yeah, we remember you were the old champion. But
And right now
we're
he has
all
the
about
armor
new
to
one.
wear.
Yeah.
And next year, someone else can wear that armor. So when they see, they're like, oh, this is the guy.
Even though he doesn't wear it, so
Yeah.
technically that status is kind of fluid. It's kind of there when he uses it. It's not
Yeah.
always there. So I would say day to day.
But I always had the sword though.
Yeah.
Which
so they
can be
can see that,
beneficial
yeah.
because it keeps you from being recognized everywhere. Like, oh my god, you're the Topaz champion.
It's like the
trying to keep a low
cowl of the
profile.
Great Fox.
Yeah.
He puts it
But
on.
it's one of those things like, yeah, because I'm a scorpion, we're supposed to be all stealthy, and I'm like,
So I delivered
Everybody
my
look at me!
finale. I delivered my finale too suspiciously, huh? I was wondering.
Not necessarily. It was
So-
just like it could have.
It was
been,
ominous.
It was definitely ominous, but like
we get why
just-
she did it, yeah.
yeah, we have to
put
just-
it together, but we're just like,
Yeah, like you made us think that like she was in cahoots with. The
Yeah, that's
fucking-
where I
like,
was at the
She's the one that
beginning.
like poisoned him. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, see, that was
that's something.
Yeah.
But it was more like, yeah, she knows about all this stuff, and now she has leverage, and she knows what she can do, can't do, and it was basically just to get you like, yes, there is intrigue and there is corruption everywhere.
wait. So how does she have leverage if her
We don't
source
know.
isn't credible?
We don't know what she's
Where the
leveraging it
source-
against, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just more of she could use it for blackmail, and just like how you used that letter when she had no idea you could possibly have that letter, you used it for leverage. You know, that would catch somebody completely out of the blue.
I mean, we just gave it back to her.
Yeah. Hey, this letter's addressed to you.
But at at the time, though,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We did it for a purpose.
Yeah, and you very easily could have been like, we're gonna expose you to everybody because we know you're dating a crane, and you know you could
We're
have.
still young samurai. We're still honorable.
Yeah, I mean, plus you
That'd
weren't
be a
quite.
funny show, Young
weren't quite-
Samurai, but they're like little
children,
chibi babies
yes.
running around.
Plus you weren't quite magistrates yet, so you
Yeah.
didn't necessarily have that much authority. Now you do.
Tomorrow.
And tomorrow we walk back up to her and demand
No,
she
you
gives us
just
a
you
letter
went
back.
through your graduation ceremony already. You're good.
No, I meant like when we were talking to
Yeah.
her.
Oh yeah.
Like tomorrow. We can't do
Tomorrow.
anything with this now, but tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're arresting you. You better not hang around.
Alright, I'll look up all these things later.
But yes.
What's really going to be awkward is when we have to go up to like the leading clansmen of the. You'd be like, we're on Laurel Amber Street. We just need your permission to investigate you on the
Yeah. Investigate you.
on this particular thing. Can
Like-
you go ahead and do that? Super.
No, then we're gonna have to kill you.
Like, can I have permission to arrest you because we've determined that?
Yeah, what if
you
they
were
say no?
guilty?
Then what do we do?
It'll be very
It's
dishonorable.
not. They wouldn't really say no. It's more of a just a procedural thing. Like, hey, we're gonna arrest one of your samurai and take him out of your town, and you know, it's just one of those things where the leader wants to know, like,
What if we have to arrest the leader?
What's going on with my
Well,
samurai?
we just say that there's an investigation. They don't have to know that we think that it's them.
But if it comes to we found out it's the leader. Hey, leader, we need to arrest you. If he's like, no, I'm not gonna go. This is my town.
You go above them and get permission from the next person up.
But if they're leader of the next person up, then so I just go to that emperor and be like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
what the fuck's that guy gonna
We
do?
work for him.
He's gonna let
What's
you
the worst thing that
arrest
can happen?
me,
They'll just demote your. They'll just take away your magistrate status, cast you out as a Ronin, and be like, you don't get how this works. Go live over there.
You don't-
And then as a Ronin, I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna cut down the whole damn
Like,
You're
Bakugan.
gonna join the Pilates. or
Don't
whatever.
worry, the rest of us will be there to arrest you.
Yeah, dude, I'll be hella Pilates once I become a Ronin.
Hella Pilates and a hall of Pilates.
Alright, I gotta go.
All right. That was
The end of our
I think that's what-
intro. The box intro
Yeah, right
adventure.
behind
yes. The next adventure we will
Come back
start
in.
Slow Tide Harbor or Dark Tide
I'm also a
from the
sleepy
Game
baby.
Master Kit.
I am also a sleepy baby. I had to drive back from Pennsylvania.
That was fun.
yesterday.
Yes.
I know.
Ooh, so fun.
Are we off camera yet?
Not
No,
yet,
we should be.
but we
Wow.
should.
Bye, everyone.
There's our outro. Are we all? Did you turn it off yet? Not yet.
Thanks for
No,
coming,
we
hey
need.
guys.
We really need an outro.
There it is.
Yeah.